So, hello YouTube, let's come back to our second in this series of Nero 2016 Platinum Edition. I know we're heading for nearly 2018 in just a few weeks away. Um, just to give you a rough idea, I have Nero 2015, no, Nero 2016 is on this computer. On my laptop, I have Nero 2017, and I also have 2018 waiting to download, which I've not yet done, but I will do when I think I need it. At the moment, I'm quite happy with 16 for what I'm doing here just now. I will do that live on one of our little broadcasts. Now, the last video showed you roughly where the Nero video workspace was. So we go back into Nero video, open your 216 to its front, and we're going to go back into here. Now, we want to get some of our own files in to work on. The last video was all about working with the assets that came with the installation of the software. This time we're going to make a little movie, and really all I'm going to do is show you how to get the audio, the video, the images, get them into the computer. This is going to be a short video. After that, we'll go on to actually editing the video that I'm going to import. So you've got a couple of ways of doing it. You could just, if you have the folder open and there's not a lot of files, even if there is, it doesn't matter, you could just drag all the files to here, and then you'll just select what you want to do with them. Or you can make an express movie, a slideshow, which if you do wedding photography, for instance, great for making slideshows in here. But we're going to go to this Open Nero video project. This is one that you've already got open, you've been working on, and when you save it, it saves as an NVC file, something like this one here. It says unboxing NVC. That's a Nero video catalog file, like I was explaining before. And if you want to continue working on that, you would just open Nero video project. You can also bring in Windows Live Movie Maker projects and work on them here in Nero as well. So lots of scope here. I'm going to go, so rather than do the drag and drop here, I'm going to go into make an advanced movie. And familiar screen, we're going to go straight into the options and the movie options, and we're going to set up our, this is it comes up as widescreen, but standard definition. It's not 720 by 576. But we want to go up to at least HD, and there's no 4K footage in this. And I will do some 4K footage editing. It does take a lot of your resources, and at the moment I've got Photoshop open, I've got other things here open. I'm going to quickly explain to you. So because it takes so much resources editing 4K, I tend to work in the HD, and it's a full HD, this one here, 1920 by 1080, 25 frames per second, which is fine because most of the stuff I copy will be at 25 frames per second, 24 frames per second, doesn't really matter. And we'll click OK there. So that's it. Now this is your screen area, and if I just quickly drop this onto that screen area here, you'll see that anything that's black is going to be in my 1920 by 1080 aspect ratio, the screen resolution, 16 by 9. Anything that's less than that, like we can see all the outside of this video file here. Oh, that noise again. I'm just going to block that off just now. If we look outside of here, it's in black. That means that if I was to export this file right now and play it on your HD TV, the one you've got in your living room, your 4K or HD TV, it will have a black square like this all around it. We don't want that, so we're going to be working with stuff that's been recorded. Some it's been recorded in 4K, some in HD. But first things first, let's get some footage in. Before we get that footage in, there's a couple of things. Let's get this bit of footage in. Let's import a file. And within here, I've got different files. I've got a MOV file, and that's one that I recorded from my iPhone. That's what iPhone spits out, MOV. I have a WAV file. I've recorded some narration, and that's something I'm going to show you in a wee second. And we have some JPEGs. And I've also got little Spraskeys. This is for when I upload these to YouTube. The thumbnail you see, I make these as we're going along as well in Photoshop. There's Photoshop here. And by keeping a little template to make the next one, I just have to go up and change the 2, a 3, etc. So back to Nero. Now I'm going to take this video in. I'm going to take the WAV file in that I've just made. I'm going to take that file there in, the JPEG. And I think that's enough. Let's take one of these in as well. So that's all good, and we're just going to open these, and that should now there's a problem with the audio, the WAV file. It's not taking it in, and I had this before with Nero. And you know, when we go back to the front page of Nero, let's do that just now. Let's close this off. Save project, say no. We're going to go back to the front page, open Nero. I'm going to go into Nero Recode. And sometimes this is what you have to do, because new files and old files are not always compatible. And I'm going to find that WAV file, which is here. Now I could have made an MP3, but this is just showing you some of the things you can do with this software. So I've dropped it here. So where do you want to store it? I'm going to store it in the same file that it just came out of, which is in my videos, which is, it's not there actually. Sorry, I've got lots of videos on here. Videos, my tuts folder, and we've got one called unboxing. We're going to store it there. Select that folder. And file types as a WAV, and that's the file that I've just brought in, and that's a file that I'm going to output. So click OK, and it's a .wav. Nero's not happy with that, but it will work with an MP3 file. So we're going to click OK. Start encoding. It does it very quickly, and that's it done. So let's close this off again. Go back into Nero Video, and rather than going in through the front door all the time, you can make a wee shortcut onto your taskbar, but Nero Video, and when you open that, it'll take you right into the interface for here, one step quicker. So we're going to make advanced movie. We're going to the import menu, import files, and now you'll see I've got an MP3 file here. So with the MP3 file, the MOV file, JPEG, and I think I was going to take that one up there as well. So that's the 4 files. I'm going to click open. And you'll see here on this tab here, the video has went straight into the video file. The pictures, which are only 2 in number, they went into the pictures tab. And the audio, the latest one, has went down here. It's called it My Music, but it's a narration essentially. So let's put that on the playhead just now. And if I start playing that, so here I am sitting in my conservatory. Now, the narration is making no sense whatsoever without the video, so let's put the video down as well. Here's the video, and again you just drag and drop. I'll put that up here so the audio stays separate. And now I'll press play. Now you see the phone image is going to leave a black background. So let's just drag this up to fill that. And that's because the phone was recording in 4K. And
hey
so
folks,
here I am. So here's the narration.
For the rubbish lighting in this video straight off the bat.
So I'm going to kill the audio on the narration just now. And looking like the cat's got the cream.
This video is about learning lessons. This lens is my 24-70. Now, I'm not going to try and show you in the video, I will show you in a still image.
So, right there where I see the still image, we go to pictures, and I'm going to bring in a still image. Now you'll see that the timeline is now full, but if I just drag it over this middle little bar here, oops, daisy, I don't want to drop it on there, I want to drop it in here, where that wee plus is there, let go, and that's up there. And wherever I drop it, the timeline will come along with it. We don't want it there, so we'll go back to where we were.
But last week I had a bit misfortune that the lens kind of rolled off a table, and as it rolled off the table, like 24 to 70. Now, I'm not going to try and show you in the video, I will show you in a still image.
So right there I see still image. So once you get your media on here, we're going to do a couple of things. We're going to speed up a little bit. So we've got this image right here, right where I says the word still image. That's going to make a lot more sense now if I put this right here. Now it's got to be on screen for, if you double click it, you can get this box here up and it's got to be on screen for about 6 seconds. I'm actually going to change the layout of it because this photo wasn't taken in 1080p either. So what I'm going to do, if you have a look where you see these little double arrow appear, when it appears you can then drag that corner. I'm just going to drag it into the middle a little bit. I'm going to bring the mouse around to the edge and I'm just going to click and drag and turn until it's round there. Now this bit up here and this bit down here, they're actually functional. If I drag from there, I can drag a straight edge down. And we can see that I've turned that nice and straight, so that's fine. And I'm just going to drag it up now till it fills this screen. I will lose some resolution, it doesn't matter, it's just a phone picture. So go back there where that makes some sense.
Now, I'm not going to try and show you in the video, I will show you in a still image. But last week I had a bit misfortune that the lens kind of rolled off a table, and as it rolled off the table, I was changing lenses and this one got laid down, and as I had the hood off and probably all the things that you shouldn't do. I had the lens hood off, I had the lens cap off, put it down on the table, put new lens onto the camera, and at the very last minute I realised the lens was rolling off the table, and I kind of put my foot out to stop it, and all I did was I took some of the force out of the fall, but I pushed the lens into the corner of my table leg.
Okay, so right there I want to bring in a little bit of audio. Now we've got this narration audio here, and I just want to test what's the best audio, and this is where we get this web page that we've got open, free sounds. Now once you've registered for your account, it's free to register and the downloads are free. It's free to upload sounds. You can make your own sounds, upload them, and people can listen to them. But once you've made it, this is what I've searched for before, smashing glass. So type in search and you'll get a bunch of results, and I'm talking a lot of results. You go to the page, there's 191 sounds smashing glass. If it says smashing pane a window, it might sound slightly different, but let's go with this. And this tells you the duration of the song as well, duration of the sound. And you know what, we're just going to go with that. That's the first one. So we're going to click on that. When you click on it, you then get the option to download it. So I'm just going to download that. I've been downloaded lots of times. I'm quite happy with that. It's going to go with into the save file. Okay, so where we got to with that last one, somebody came in, the dog's barked, so I had to pause it. So we downloaded that sound, and here it's in here. If we open this folder, that's highlighted. Now it's quite loud. Actually, it won't sound loud on this because I've got this turned down. That's fine. Now, you can do whatever you want with your audio. I'm going to just drop this into this unboxing folder. I don't want to full like that, and just click that and drag it and move to unboxing. And it's a WAV again, so I may well have to recode that. So let's just do that straight away. We'll go to Nero recode, and it's called 34 something or other. Let's just drag it onto recode again. And I'll just drag that in here. The output's already, get rid of that numbers, glass smash. So again, it's taken in as a WAV, going to output it as a MP3, and just double check where it's going to output it to into the unboxing folder. Click OK, click start encoding. Again, very quick, almost instant in this one. It's just a short file, so we can close that off again. So I'm now going to drag this into Nero. Where did I put it? Glass smash. Again, just drop it in there and it'll work its way into your audio. Drops under this. This here is split into, in the audio tab, it's split into three. I'm just going to drag that guide up out the way, you don't need it. Split into three, you've got your favourites, your pre-loaded Nero assets, and you've got stuff that I brought in for this project. Now, I will use Smashing Glass again, for instance, so let's just right click on that, and if you go down here, click My Favourites, it'll disappear off of this line, and it's up here. And every time you open Nero, regardless of what project you're on, your favourites will be there for you. Now, we're going back to this timeline, and we're just going to back 30 seconds.
And I kind of put my foot out to stop it, and all I did was I took some of the force out of the fall, but I pushed the lens into the corner of my table leg.
So, just for the sake of this little thing here, we're going to put that audio here.
The foot.
And that's quite loud, so we'll go to the effects palette, we'll go to the audio level, and I think we'll probably take it to about minus 15.0, tab, and go back and see what that sounds like.
Corner of a table leg. The foot, sorry, so bang right in the corner.
So just bang right in the corner, just about there. I think that probably.
The corner of a table leg. The foot, sorry, so bang right in the corner. So
bang right in the corner, back another second or two.
Sorry, so bang right.
So I want bang and that to go off right together. And that's kind of what you can do. You can move stuff and you can rearrange it.
Leg. The foot, sorry, so bang right in the corner. So
you can see, you can do that. Now, all this time I've had this audio here sitting. So now I'm going to just mute this audio here and go back to the very start. Turn this audio on and find out maybe I want to go with that. So here I am sitting in my conservatory. Now, how am I getting that audio? Well, this is just a narration. There's a free program online called Audacity. Download that. You can have I've got a headphone on just now. Hook your headphone up, sync it up. If you go into the devices, there's a bit where it'll tell you for your devices, add a microphone, etc. And once you've got a microphone on, it's really just a case you can hit this little record button and speak, and it means you can get rid of any hissing or any background noises, anything like that. So you get nice, clean audio. And then when you go to export it, if you go to export audio, you do get a choice to export it as a WAV or an MPC. I did it as a WAV, really just for the demonstration of this. There's a bit more information in a WAV file than there is in an MP3, but either way, it's going to lose that little bit of information when I recode it via Nero. So let's go with this one just now.
And looking like the cat's got the cream.
So this little bit of audio,
And the reason being is
just really describing what's going on there. I'm sitting in my conservatory looking quite chuffed because
this camera and lens I've got in my hand right now is a real workhorse camera. It's a Canon 20-40-70 f2.8 Mark II. It's about a year and a half old, and
now, as you can see, the audio for that isn't going to match what you're seeing on screen. So you can decide what audio
I
you
dropped it.
prefer.
Yep, I dropped it off a table, it rolled. I did my best to try and catch it, but unfortunately it just went too far, too fast, and I never caught it at all. I just redirected it, and eventually, when it came to settle, I noticed on the screen that there was a bit of a dunt.
So as you can see, I'm not going to give you the whole story again. So we just say we forget the narration, but that's always just showing you that's what you can do. And then for the rest of the movie, well, you don't really need to see it all. What I'm going to do is make a cut in the movie. And normally I would say don't cut the movies, but actually, you know what? Let's. I'll show you another way of doing it. The way I prefer to do my audio on here. So if we go back, hit this here, this will jump to the end of the previous edit, which is there. If we go to the next edit, it's the start of the glass and then the end of the glass. So I'm right here, right now within this. And if I bring this here up all the way to here and click OK, so that's 57 seconds long. No, I've done something wrong there. Let's see. That's
Hey folks,
sorry, it's way back to the start. So we'll have to find out where I'm on this timeline. It is 1 minute 10, 1 minute 9, 1 minute 9. So if I put the mark out at 1, 9, let's just go 0, 0. Click OK. You'll see that's effectively shortened this screen to just that size. And if I turn the audio back on for this, the picture will stop right after the broken glass.
but I pushed the lens into the corner of a table leg. The foot, sorry, so bang right in the corner. So you'll not see.
So this is where I put the second image up. So we'll go back to the images. Keyboard, picture tab, the second image. We'll put that there. And again, we're just going to fill the screen with that so we can see it. And we're going to go add just a little line, I think, so we can see it. Clip art, I think it's on. And one of the problems with clip art is frames. We can't actually see anything until we. So I just like to bring a few down to see what we're looking at. So all these are rubbish. I'm not wanting any of these. Delete them off the timeline. Go to, let's go to a vignette. Let's try a vignette. Not dark enough. Oh, not dark enough either. Delete them. Let's try lines. So let's try a line up here. And if I put it over here, what does it show you? Okay, so there's a line. Let's just reduce that in size. Any line will do, really. We don't need to, because this is highlighted here, it's actually only the line I'm going to be getting rid of. I'm not getting rid of it, I'm just going to turn it. I'm sure if I go into clip art, there will be arrows there that I can find. Fine, let's find one. I thought there should be an arrow there. And because of the way that Nero has decided to number these things, they're actually rubbish to work out what you're looking at. Fields? What's fields? These are, what are these? So let's just get rid of them. We're just going to leave a line there. We can work it out what it is from the line. Take this back to here. So this will just appear here from the right. Now, we've not made anything transitions, but we can make transitions. We can pull things in and out of the screen from the right. So that's what we're going to do with this. So we're going to go to position. I'm going to pull it out of the screen so we can't see it. But luckily we can still see the frame of the box. So we're going to use a keyframe. And I'm going to call it to here. Let it go. And then here again. Let it go. And let's bring it along a little bit further. Bring that along a little bit further. So what I'm doing here is making a pointing line. So it's going to go there. And we'll push that back in again. And push that back in again. And that's fine, that's out of the picture now. So what we've done by that, sorry, we'll go back to about here. We're able to draw attention
Bang
to
right in the corner. So you'll not see.
If I pull that one to there, that should make it stay where it is. That's fine. And we'll just pull that whole thing over there.
The corner. So you'll not see.
So it looks like I've got a little pointer pointing to that. So that's fine. And we can actually make it even smaller so it doesn't withdraw quite so far away. Back to here. And it draws attention to where I want it to draw attention
Hey
to.
folks,
So this is a long video. So this is how you get your stuff in and then you start editing it. I'll do a future episode on keyframes and a future episode on transitions. There's no point in showing you any more of this video. In fact, let's take this here up a little bit, up on a new layer on their own, and we'll just draw this back to about the same endpoint as this. And it'll make a little bit more sense here.
but push the lens into the corner of a table leg. The foot, sorry, so bang right in the corner. So you'll not see.
So there you go. That's how we do that there. We can bring it back even closer to that if we want.
Lens into the corner of a table leg. The foot, sorry, so bang right in the corner. So you'll not see.
So basically, that's a video made. You bring your media in, you bring your project in, you bring all the bits and pieces you want in, have them here. A good idea if you do your recoding, all that kind of stuff first. You know you're going to be using MP3s, video, bring it in as MP4, you're doing yourself a favour. MOV isn't really a problem. And then what do you do? Well, the next thing you do after that is hit next. And it's going to give you these options here. if we go to start a new one, it's going to take us away from this. So we're going to say save as. And we're in the same file here. And we're going to call it unboxing tut. Because it's a tutorial rather than unboxing, we'll hit save. And this is a Nero video project, but it's an NVC. This is basically just a catalog file. And after that, you come up to export, because you want to export your file. We've already loaded it up with the preset that it's 1920 by 1080, but for whatever reason it's changed it. So we'll come up to here and choose MPEG 4. Choose the one, export video MPEG 4. We're coming in here where it says the size. It should have been default to that. So MPEG 4, MPEG 4, these are going to play on YouTube, etc. We don't want that as the output size. So we'll come up to here, hit configure that, and we want 1920 by 1080, and then click OK. That's all I'm touching there, and hit export. And we're going to export it, browse into there, and we'll call it output, and save it and export it. So the next time you see this video, it's going to be within a video on YouTube, episode number 2. Again, I'm sorry about the length of this, but you see how quickly this is saving out as a HD file. It takes a lot longer when you're doing 4K, but there you go. So thanks for watching. Look out for the next one.